Well, hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to my OpenTTD Series 11 live Let's Play here on YouTube and Twitch. Hello everybody, I can see a number of people piling in there. I can see we've got some moderators coming by. Sorry, I butchered that. Simulator Adventures is also here. Hello to you. K Shizzle says, how's it going? It's going good. And for those of you who are celebrating, happy Easter weekend. Here in the Hellish household, that we've got these. This is what it means, right? There we go. Yes, they were on offer. They were on offer. A 5-pack for £2. Wow. Simulator Adventures has already noticed. I wonder how long it would take people to notice this. Are you ready, folks? Are you ready? Maybe I won't show you. Maybe I won't show you what this t-shirt is. Maybe you will. Maybe I will. I think it's been spoilt already. I think some people have seen it. Yeah. Buy 5 and get diabetes for free. I'm sure it's fine as part of a balanced diet, a healthy and balanced diet. Good evening, hello everybody. Let's get through the news and stuff and do all the hellos and greetings. Also, if you are not watching live or want to get a cup of tea, you've got 6 minutes until we start the gameplay. It's the bomb shirt. It is a brand new tee. We'll get to that in just a moment, but I'd like to let you know that my last video was a roller coaster tycoon video, so if you enjoy OpenTTD, you would probably enjoy that as well, so feel free to go check that out. But slightly more exciting than that, the next video. Oh my goodness, Saturday's video, probably my most anticipated and biggest video I've ever done. And I'm not being, I can't think of a bigger one. It's my Master Hellish OpenTTD Pro versus Hog EX AI Challenge. I am going to be taking on the Hog. That is going to be on Saturday. It's going to be amazing. Question for you. Does Master Hellish get Hellish points as other viewers? I think no. I don't know. I don't know about the Hellish points for Master Hellish. Maybe. And we've got the monthly giveaway going on at the moment. Go to portal.masterhellish.net to find out what it is and take part if you want, because I can't remember. And community gaming nights that we normally do on Monday. Next Monday it's not on, but we're getting ready for a Minecraft Vault Hunters series. So if that's something that interests you, get over to the Discord, check out the community gaming night channel. Now, OpenTTD news. I did mention this before, but I'm going to definitely mention this again. In fact, I'm going to bang on about this every live stream because you're all going to want to be there. The 2025 triple OpenTTD charity live stream for the World Cancer Research Fund is going to be on the 14th of June. 3 big OpenTTD games in one massive live stream. So that's going to be amazing. And we're going to have one in the late morning, one in the mid-afternoon, and one in the early evening to try and get a lot of people around the clock. And it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So, one thing as well, after this stream, we are doing a stress test on my server of OpenTTD Beta 2. 15 Beta 2. So, if you want to come along, play OpenTTD with me and some other people for 15 to 30 minutes, everybody come and jump on the server. Let's see if we can break this server, break version 15. You will need version 15. Any questions, ask on the Discord, ask in the chat. I'm sure somebody will be able to help. And yeah, as soon as this live stream finishes, we'll be jumping on, starting up a server. These stress tests are important because when we do like the charity events and stuff, we need to know that the servers are going to work. So there we go. When will this be approximately? The stream is set to end at 10:30 UK time. Okay, there you go. So, that's all the news. Shall we address Jackamac's question about the tea? We'll see, shall we? Shall we address? Yes, Jackamac has pointed it out and probably already knew, Simulator Adventures already knew, there's a brand new tea in the Hellish store, okay? So, I'm going to drop the link in the chats, but it is an evil fish Hellish tea where we can bomb the evil fish. It is something a little bit different, a little bit fun, a little bit silly, and I like it. Evil fish, eh? So, if that is something you're interested in, do check it out on the T store. Not the store, the T store. I've got 2 stores. Just to confuse everybody, of course. tstore.masterhellish.net. It is daft, it is silly, it is fun, but I love it. This was a commissioned piece of work. You can see the artwork on me there. Do you want a close-up? I think Cam 2 it actually works these days. Let's double check. Give it a second. There we go. So Cam 2's not in focus though. Let's sort that out. There we are. There's the evil fish tee. Now I'm wearing it in an extra large because I like mine baggy. I can get away with large, but I like a baggy fit, so I get extra large. So there is my evil fish tee. You can see there's the evil fish in the water, and there is the bomb for the evil fish. There we go. So if that's interesting to you, it's there for you. I don't expect everybody to go and buy it, but if you want to, you can go and get it on the T store. Okay? Looks like the feedback is people really like it. Yeah. I'm impressed by the amount of colours. That's pretty expensive to print, right? Now, because of logistics and prices and stuff, the prices you will get shown depends on your location. I think I'm probably going to make a loss on the T-shirt because I had to pay somebody to make this. But it is indeed, yes, Grushki, fantastic. So there we go. So if you've got any specific questions, let me know. I will try and get in touch. Wondering how to explain evil fish to my friends and family if I was wearing it. That is true. If you love the design but you don't want to go for a T-shirt, there is a sticker, a mug, and a little, I think, a poster as well. So if you look on the T store, there's also them. Yeah, there's also them. So they're all on that store. It's not just the T-shirt. I think there's a hoodie. I can't remember. I've been waiting for this to arrive for a little while, and I wanted to have it in person before I said anything to you guys. And I've been sat on this for quite some time. Yes. Only explanation needed. Do you need an explanation? So there we go. There we go. Right. Well, we've only got a few seconds related. Related? A few seconds left before we jump into the game. So should we jump into the game and see how we are getting on? Of course, if there's any questions, anybody's got any news and stuff, do shout out. But and moderators, if I miss anything, please do highlight it for me. But let's play some OpenTTD, shall we? Here we go, folks. We are back in my OpenTTD world. And you can see this is the city that we started with. It's pretty big. Hey, DG Egg, welcome to the stream. And it's going so big that the stations kind of disappeared. There's like buildings between the tracks and all sorts. But I think things are generally going quite well. Recently, we did a stream where we went round and just fixed everything. So everything should be flowing really nicely. You can see we're making a good amount of operating profit. Last time we looked at your saves. Or a little note on that, we are going to look at the viewers' game saves again. So if you are playing along, then at the year 2050, at the end of the year 2050, so January the 1st, 2051, save your game, send it to me. At the end of the series, we'll have a look at them. So there we go. Yeah, Casual says, I'm feeling a little Monorail today. Yeah, I'm hoping that we get to Monorail, because the game speeds slow down so much. If we have a look here at the frame rate, the game's currently running at 3 times speed, and I have it on fast forward. Bearing in mind, my computer is capable of 6,000 times speed. I've tested it before. So, yeah. We will see. I was hoping we'd get to Monorail, but we should be able to get to Monorail. So, hello and welcome. Yeah. So, we need to do something before we get to Monorail. That's fine. We can certainly look into doing things, and we can definitely get ready for Monorail and work out where we want to do Monorail. If we look at the map of the world, look at all of those various different places. Yeah, looking at the map of the world drops the frame rate quite a lot, but that's fine. I think one of the first things that needs upgrading is this, our alcohol. We've got a lot of trains that are going up and down this line, often not making much money, and then they're coming in. Yeah. At the top of the store, it's listed under clothes. You think it's a spelling mistake? Which store? Bear with me a second. Bear with me. Are you looking at the store on my website, or are you looking at the store on the Spring store? Yeah. Good evening, welcome. Switch or fast forward. No, we need fast forward. We're trying to catch up. We're a little behind. Oh, mod chat. Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll fix that at some point soon. Yeah, I think that should be called the T store rather than the clothes store. But if you go to store.masterhellish.net, it goes to my store. If you go to tstore.masterhellish.net, it goes to the T-shirt store. Yeah. It's not on the link tree. Yeah. Okay. Plus add to link tree. Thank you very much. I've added that in there. Cool. Yeah, you can see it how Master Hellish did it in Season 10. Oh, hang on a minute. Somebody asked a question. I'm not quite sure. Adam answered a question. Not sure what the question was. Oh, upgrading to Monorail MacLeod was so annoying. I need to know how you do all this. The annoying way. There is nothing to do. No other way of doing it apart from the annoying way, unfortunately. So yes, I think that's probably going to be the first line we upgrade, because this one is struggling on the profits a little bit. If we group by shared orders, it's making less than $1 million a year, which is not good. This is terrible. And the problem is, a lot of our network is integrated. So we have like a main line over here that then links up to a secondary line. Oh, something that somebody said in the comments is that you've got this line that comes up here and then runs alongside this other line, goes under and through Death Junction and alongside it. Why is it a separate line? Why isn't it just linked up to that other line that it's following? And I was going to say, oh yeah, that's brilliant. That's a perfect idea. We can just get rid of the second line and merge them together, right? But the problem is this. You're seeing the problem right here. We've got a very busy line already where a lot of the trains want to come down into this station and they can't. So I think what we'll do is we will do something about this. I think this station needs to be made bigger. Oh, look, I've made space for it. Oh, nice. Okay, let's get that up and going. So, flat line required. Okay. What do you mean flat line required? Right, fine. Blow up a few buildings. There we go. Brilliant. Right, flat land. There we are. Brilliant. We've got some flat land. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to connect up, but we shall see. So that needs to connect up to this line, or be a separate line. And then I think we might need a bridge to connect the outs up, because that's going to need to come out here as well. I don't normally do this station design. I'm doing it... Oh, can I get rid of that shopping mall? Yes, I can. Nice. We're going to need to blow up a few things here, so hopefully the local authority will allow it and won't just, you know... no, that's too small. Oh, hopefully the local authority won't hate me too much. There we go. Good luck with today's build. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think we're going to be okay for the most part. And we're like I said, we're going to be upgrading to Monorail today. I'm not exactly sure when, but we are going forward in time as fast as I possibly can. Okay, so there's the out connected up. This is the in, and this in can just be a secondary in. So we have already room for an in here. Yeah, lots of exciting things coming up, right? So we've got the new Hellish T. We've got... Why is that road going up? Oh, is it the land height change? Oh, okay. We'll just put a little kink in. I don't want to do a double kink, though. Which is what I've got Oh, the local authority refused to allow it. I bet I can't put trees in either. Shall I try and bribe them? What do they think I am? They think I'm medium. Okay, let's... Oh, we haven't got a statue of the company owner. There we are. We bribed them to be good. Now, if I can move this line slightly and then move the kink slightly... Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. So we'll... It's a bit difficult to do while all the trains are here. There we go. Put all the signals along there. Now, there's still a little bit of a backlog, but that's okay. And the problem is that you fix the trains going in, but then all the trains going out are a problem. Oh no, I meant to keep that there. Got rid of the wrong bit. Got rid of the wrong bit. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the upcoming charity live stream. I'm excited about this t-shirt because I just think it's fun, and I love fun things, even if they're a bit silly. And there we go. So this is almost like a dedicated platform going in. So what we're going to do is give the trains the options to turn down here, rather than join that main line. And there we go. They're off. So hopefully that will help with the trains that are trying to turn left. And we could probably improve it by popping a signal there too. So yeah, charity event, t-shirt, stress test of the server after the live stream, all sorts of really fun things. And then of course Saturday's video. Saturday's video, potentially my best video ever. Now this is not good. When a train is waiting at this red signal, the back is blocking the platforms. But I can't think of another way of moving it forward. Not with what we've got at the moment. We could move all this along. That might help. How much would we have to delete to move this? I mean, I can move it to there. 1 square. Is that going to make a difference? You know what? I think 1 square would make a difference if we can move it along. So I will attempt to do so. So we'll put that one here. We'll put that one there. There we go. Now I think I just deleted a signal, so hopefully no crashes, right? And then we will move the bridge. Oh no, that's the wrong shortcut. There we go. Dutch train stations for the charity live stream. Well, if you've got suggestions for the live stream, we're going to start a thread in the OpenTTD channel. In fact, I would love it. New viewer plus subscriber. Fantastic. Fantastic. Infernal Badger is now 23 months of viewer plus. Thank you very much for your support, Infernal Badger. It is much appreciated. Yeah, it'd be great if a moderator could start a thread in the OpenTTD for the charity live stream. Right, so if I then come up here, it needs an option to be able to go to the depot. But I think... Ooh, that's bad. But it might actually... Whoa, I nearly deleted that signal. Let's put the signal here. Remove this bit of track. Now, we can move that signal forward again. And the train is no longer blocking the junction. So I think that's fixed that. The out line is just a bit too busy now. But I think we're going to be okay. There's a lot of trains breaking down. We need to upgrade things. Definitely need to upgrade things. There we go. Kink the track. That's a problem for the left one. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that junction, but I'll just like make a little update to it. There we go. Right, crashed in bed watching some Master Hellish stream. That sounds like nice and relaxing. Tell you what isn't relaxing, the temperature in this room. I am going to have to open the window. It is too hot. It's too hot. There we go. you get another look at the evil fish tea. Oh. All right. So yes, the inline is looking a little better. There's no backlog here now. But I just feel like if we join these two lines together, nah, it's gonna backlog. And especially with this line being updated to Monorail, and this one's probably not going to change because it's integrated with too much of the network. Yeah. Yeah. Where the tracks cross further out, you can build a bypass to allow trains to... I think I know what you mean. You mean here, right? What's the distance from there to the tunnel? Yeah, that tunnel needs to be pushed further one along, really. Because as soon as the train goes in that tunnel, it takes this section up. What we really want... we already did this fix once before, where trains using the depot could go straight on, or turn right, or they could come out and go around. And we did the fix here. Okay, so that the way that they came out the station, they chose whether they were going to go left or they were going to go right. Then they had the option of going to the depot, and then that's it. They went left, they went forward, or they went right. Yeah. You could do a classic railroad maglev upgrade, skipping monorail for now. No, we're going to monorail because there's no electric on this map, and that is really needed to go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be the proud owner of an evil fish tea soon. Nice. Nice. What are we doing? Oh, right. So we made a little improvement there. And I think we can get things ready. So, yeah, this network's independent. We'll definitely upgrade the line that's doing that. And I'm kind of thinking... maybe all of this network can get upgraded. The railway around here. Because even though this is a relatively big integrated network, and it's not completely integrated, there are some extra things. Like, for example, we've got this particular station that's taking stuff into one industry, and this one that's taken into another. And they're going down two different lines to the same industry. The throughput on a standard double line would not be able to cope. Yeah. Are you keeping the heritage line? Oh, of course. We will keep... where's the heritage line? Here's the heritage line. The heritage line has to remain. Okay. What's the name of the train? Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank has to stay. Just like that. Yeah. There's the heritage line. In fact, the heritage line has now got... is being helped by trams in this city. That's, I think, the only trams that we've got. Yeah. Anyway. So, yes, we are steaming ahead. We are pushing forward. And I'm trying to identify bits of the network to upgrade to monorail. Ideally, when we get to maglev, we'll do the whole network. We're going to have to do the whole network, right? Yeah. So we've got to be careful about the trains that are available, right? So if you look at the available trains, okay, and we order by introduction date, okay. So you get the Willis steam engine, and then you get a bunch of diesels, and that's it. There's no electric. So the turbo here, the dual engine turbo, is 100% reliability at the moment. I'm not using dual engines. I love the fact that the developers added, when you enter in replaced vehicles, there's a wagon removal for double-headed trains, like the Turner Turbo, right? But what you haven't got is when you're replacing a double back down to a single, and there's a wagon addition. That is, I think, probably my most wanted feature. Okay? Really, really want that feature. Yeah. What about adding a second train to the Heritage and using the current diesel? Oh, like adding a second engine to the train. That is something we could potentially do. But there is the Sentinel, which is 83% reliability. And we've been using the CS 2400, which is at 99% reliability. So it's not a reliability problem, it's a speed problem, because even that, maximum speed is 112 kilometers an hour. That's not that fast. Yeah? Yeah. I have already got a lot of double-headed trains, and I want to get rid of them. There's not a ridiculous amount. A lot of the older ones are, and then it goes and... Oh, actually, there's quite a few there. There's quite a few there as well. Is bad, right? Oh, God, look at these ones. These ones are getting old. Can I auto-renew old ones? Old. Let's have a look. Auto-renew a vehicle when it gets old is on. Why isn't that getting auto-renewed there? Oh, it's only just too old, I think. It was last serviced 3 minutes ago, it's saying. And we've definitely got enough money. Let's have a look at auto-renew. Here we go. Auto-renew when a vehicle is 6 months after maximum age. No. 0. Boom. That's what the setting we needed. Yeah. There we go. Then these should all now get updated. Next time they go in. Which, I don't know why that's 6 months after. Why they get old like that. But hopefully that gets all of our vehicles sorted out. Okay, we're up to the end of 1995 now. Let's just do a bit of research and double check when Monorail definitely comes out in this this part of the game. So, of course I'm going to the wiki. If I just Google OpenTTD trains, click on the trains wiki, there is a list of train engines and carriages and so forth. So for the tropical environment, which we're in, there's no electric trains, but the X2001 is the first monorail train, and that is designed in 1999. Okay. Now, we're supposed to be in 1998 at the beginning of this stream. That's why we got fast forward on. We're a bit behind, but we'll sort it out. You can also set auto-renew up to 12 months before the maximum lifespan. Yes. I don't know if you do it with a negative figure. I can't remember. So there we go. Oh, yeah, GG has got a Hellish tea on order. Thank you very much for getting the Hellish tea. Right then, how are we looking at these airports? They are a bit too busy. Can we update and upgrade the airports? Okay, so these ones are the international hub airports, but we can't get the intercontinental yet. So we can't update the airports. They will just have to stay how they are. What about replacing aircraft? Let's have a look. So we did previously do some aircraft replacing. And if we sort by cargo capacity, because really with aircraft, that's what matters. So what we could potentially do is update our Darwin 500s to Darwin 300s. And you're like, Hellish, update? That sounds like it's worse. And it kind of is. The Darwin 300, it's got a higher running cost, a higher cost initially to purchase, and also its maximum reliability is slightly less. It's still 91% though, which is really good. But it's got a higher capacity. And if they've got a higher capacity, you need less of them. If you need less of them, you get less, what's the word I'm looking for? Traffic jams around your airports. I'm going to change them to the 300. Purely because of the capacity. I think the ships are fine. If we go to manage list and replace vehicles on the ships, we have got all of our ships being the same freighter now. So that keeps things nice and neat. It's the best all-round freighter. It's not the best, but there we go. Yeah, reliability, customer safety, no, profits. I mean, reliability is fine. 91% is fine. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking good on all things. Now, ideally, what I'd love to do is go around and just get rid of all the double-engined trains and just change them to a single engine. But I think ideally we're going to just do that when MacLeod comes around. It's going to have to happen. And we will do a whole wipe of all 526 trains. Oh no, wait. We'll keep the steam trains. 525 as it is at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Hi Max, welcome to the stream. Yeah. So there are a number of different sections we could upgrade to Monorail when it comes out. But we want to make sure that everything's running nice and nice. Let's have a look. Where's the map? World map? Yeah, world map. Let's do that. That's going to be easiest way to work out what bits we want to upgrade when it's time to do it. So let's go like this. Yeah, that's not the best view because we're red. But let's do it anyway. Here we go. Drawing mode. Right. So, let's also get... let's go with pink, blue, green? No, not green. Red, not red. Pink. White. Nope, that's just the screen's white. Hello, screen. That's not what I wanted at all. Let's try again. Nope. Come on. Here we go. I don't know why, but my buttons were swapped around then. There we go. Okay, pink will have to do. So, this is the alcohol line from here all the way up to here. And even though it kind of looks like it's integrated with the rest of the network, that line's an individual line. It's separate. And it's separate because it's going to be upgraded to Monorail. So that one's definitely upgrading. The network around here, okay, this could be upgraded in its entirety with the exception of the food. Because the food that comes out down here connects up to a non-monorail line. So I think that would be a good one to do. We can't upgrade the new main line. Oh, actually, maybe we can. We should probably upgrade this as well. There is a connection down here. Okay. That's a terrible arrow. Let's use the arrow tool. No, that's not the arrow tool. Yeah, there's the arrow tool. There is a connection down here, right? But that connection has a separate platform. Okay, there's a separate platform down there. So we can keep the two separate. Okay. So I think we have to do the alcohol line first. Okay. Then I think the new main line second. And then if we look at these two kind of independent networks here, maybe third? I'm not sure. But definitely near those other two. There we go. Here's an argument for using groups. It's a lot easier to switch out your trains if you don't want to do them all at once. Yeah, but if your network tracks like cross around each other at all, I mean, it's very rare that I don't just do the whole network. Normally, on a normal game, I will skip Monorail, go straight to MacLeod and do the whole network. So I don't need groups for that. But because we don't have electric trains, I'm doing some of my network into Monorail. And I'm hoping we can get a chance to do that today. Let's just stare at the corner of the map for 10 minutes, eh? Let's just answer some questions and then we'll get back to the gameplay. Yeah. Upgrading in your save was tedious. You kept everything separated. Yeah. I think you have to do either a section and then maybe another section and then maybe another section, or just the whole thing or none of it. Yeah. Are you going to do... do the maze trains feed in the alcohol? That's a good question, and I think the answer is going to have to be yes. So just the maze and the alcohol line, they're both going to go at the same time. Yeah. Bombs from evil fish. Let's do it. Let's celebrate having a T-shirt being sold, and we're going to get rid of some evil fish. There we go. There's bound to be some evil fish in this river. There we go. They're gone. Right, how's this airport looking? Yeah, farm supplies. Farm supplies coming in. Production is normal. It's not meant to be that. 3 T-shirts? Haha! Oh, fantastic. Nice to know that you guys are enjoying something that I put some time and effort into. Oh, one of them's a hoodie. Fran the man. Nice work on the hoodie there. Not sure it's the season for it in this country, for the hoodie, but I give people the option anyway. Right then, so you can see a lot of the aircraft are being converted now. I don't know if there's much more I can do. Maybe we need to reduce the amount of aircraft? I'm not sure. The aircraft going through will be carrying more stuff. So that will help. Yeah, okay. Vehicle upgrades sorted. In fact, have they finished upgrading? I don't think they have. Oh, there's one Darwin... There's one Darwin 500 left? Why is there one left? Is it just yet to land? That one. Oh, yeah. It's just not landed. Come on! You can do it! Well, I think it might be a while before that particular aircraft gets a chance to land. Never mind. It's nice to be back to my own game after looking at the viewers' ones, because now I'm looking at it with fresh eyes thinking, ooh, do we need an overflow here? Or do we need that there? Let's see this how this section's doing now that we made that upgrade. So we've got this... Oh, I left a piece of track. There we go. So... This is definitely full. That train broke down. That train broke down. There's a lot of trains breaking down, despite the reliability being quite good. I do feel like maybe we could do with a better junction here. How long's that? See, that's length 9. There's not enough space. And we can't move it because of the junction. We can't move it back because of the station. In fact, even that's length 9, which is bad. Oh, this whole section is just not greatly optimized. Look at this train doing this wiggle here. Wiggling trains. I mean, we could just blow up a large portion of the town. And moving this junction back would potentially help. Maybe we can do a little bit of that. Like, just little parts of it, bit by bit. So, for example, this diagonal here. Let's just do this. And then go, right. Now we've upgraded that part of the junction. We don't need to worry about it. Okay? Like that. No store robbing. That's not allowed. And then the challenge here is that the trains coming through this section want to turn around and go back the other way. That's a pain. That's a pain. Being able to turn this corner and go under these tunnels, now that is going to be a problem. I'm wondering if we could do maybe a kink. Like when we get to this flour mill, we kink across, get as close to this track as possible, and then that allows us to come in at a higher amount. I think that's probably a good idea. Are the trains breaking down because they've been in a queue and therefore missed the depot? I don't think so, because even though it's busy around here, there's not a massive amount of queuing. I'm not sure why they're breaking down, actually. Let's have a look. So this one is reliability 74%, breakdowns since last service 1. The service interval is 30%. So that's quite good. Yeah. How nice of Autoplay to bring me to a Hellish livestream. Cheers, everyone. Hey, Jimmy, welcome to the stream. That's so nice that the algorithm granted you the grace of my presence. Yeah. Is it possible to solve the cube by bunching them in a depot? I don't think so, because then you'd just end up with a lot of trains sat in a depot. Yeah. How do you do the settings for the service interval so they go into the depot automatically? I've got a video all about that. Yeah. It's in the tutorial playlist for OpenTTD. So go to my site, go to my YouTube and check it out. Yeah. Yeah, Jackie, that's a good point. Shout out to GG for setting up the unofficial Factorio server. Details are on the Discord. There's a thread in the gaming channels all for that. Yeah, I think moving this and kinking it, because they're not using these depots very much, right? And I don't know why that depot is so high up. I think it was just so it connected well here. So let's move these. Okay, let's move these along. We are going to just fill that in there. And I'm not sure exactly how far up. I suppose we can go until we hit the industry. It's the industries which are the constraints here, right? So that would be where the new line would go. I like doing things bit by bit. So you've got the new line and the old line kind of existing together at the same time. And then one of these would have to go under or over. Just like this. And I think instead of having the main line go under and then this go under separately, we'll just have this one go under twice. And then we'll do a bigger diagonal to get it back to where it needs to be. Hey Ozzy, welcome. Hi everybody. Remove the force depot altogether and put them further out the line. That force depot is off the line. Okay, so that's an off-the-line force depot. The trains don't need to go there. That's okay. So don't worry about that. Good idea, though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's just made a note. There's a good number of you watching now on YouTube and on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube and you're enjoying the stream, please do give it a like. Helps me out. There's your reminder. So with this line, needs to go under. And I think to preserve an amount of this diagonalness, I'm going to pull this back to the point where these meet. Right? So if that... No, that's too far. Right, but no, we'll go a bit further. We'll go a little bit further. We'll go to here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Right, let's get a little tunnel in here for that. There we go. And then we'll keep this down. And we'll build a tunnel under here. Or we will do. I'm not doing it just yet. And then it will come out there. And it will go off where it needs to go. Okay, now I can't put it in just yet because of the slope of this tunnel. So that's going to be something that we have to just do pretty much in one go. So there we go. So we are working our way to the towards the year 1999. That's when Monorail comes out. And we should hit that before the end of the stream. That's why we're titled Monorail tonight. And this section's a bit busy. And what I'm doing is I'm moving the junction to upgrade this part so that we do similar solution to what we did over here, because this works brilliant. Look at the amount of trains stopped here, apart from that broken down one. Yeah. Are there even any trains using the right turn? Are you worrying about that? There are trains that can use that right turn. They're just not as many. Just not as many. A lot of the trains that come from the south head north, and a lot of the trains from the north head south, but not all of them. Yeah. Right. So now... How much more of this junction can I do before I need to actually, like, stop the trains. I think I'm ready to start stopping the trains. Ah, now this is a problem. This diagonal here goes through this depot, and I can't do that. So the depot's going to have to be moved out. So the depots are 4 away. So this is going to be where the new depots are. And then the new depots will come in. Oh, hang on. Train's using that line as a bypass. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that, you know, trains. There we go. That will prevent it. Oops. It won't prevent me clicking in the wrong place, though, will it? There we go. So this one comes down here. Goes like that. Brilliant. So now this line is no longer a depot line. This line is the new actual line. Okay. It's going to have a kink in it up here. There we go. Oh!
New viewer plus subscriber.
Fantastic. We have to pause there for a second, folks. We've got a brand new viewer plus subscriber. TrackDog, welcome to the Viewer Plus Club. Thank you very much for your support. If you don't know what Viewer Plus is, it's kind of like a YouTube membership or a Twitch sub, except it's not YouTube or Twitch, it's Master Hellish. But you can do any of those three if you wish to support me. So thank you very much, TrackDog. Welcome. If you're on Discord, ask myself or moderators for the role, and you'll get the extra channels and all the other stuff. Right then. Let's get rid of this bit. We don't need that. So that's correct now. We can actually remove the old line. We don't need the old line. So we're kinking out. We give them the option for an off-the-line depot. We join back in the... And this is the junction split now into the new junction. Which they can actually use that line. I'm doing this slower because I'm trying to do it... I'm trying to do it without causing any problems. So now, I think because we haven't got many trains using this, this doesn't get used much. I'm just going to get rid of it. There is a potential for some trains to get lost. Okay, I think I hid train lost messages a while ago. So now these tunnels can be replaced by just being removed. Okay, this will slow us down and cause a little bit of problems for a moment. There we go. We can get our tunnels in. Now I'm going to do a bit of a diagonal up here. I think that should be alright. It's a length 4 diagonal. Okay, so the... Oh, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I don't know if it is connected. Yeah, it is connected. So trains can actually go the way they need to. Good. Then we go down there. What's this? Oh, that's an after junction depot? Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy bits going on with this junction. This is actually now 2 junctions on top of each other, which makes things even worse. And then what we need to do is get this diagonal in to replace that one. And we need to like level these tracks to do it. So after this train's gone by, I'm going to take this out. We're going to up the land. And then we're going to re-lower it to the right point. Oh, actually, where is the right point? Here. Okay, that is the correct point. I think we can put that piece of track in as well. So there we go. Tunnel. Here we go. We're trying to... That's not right. That's not right. It's here. I did it wrong. Quick. Disconnect it. Get rid of that. I did the wrong diagonal. The thing is, you would think that I'd be good at playing this game by now. And I am. But when you're streaming and stuff, it takes extra cognitive power. Especially when you have to read a lot of text and you're like dyslexic and it makes it more difficult. Anyway, there's the left-hand turn put in, right? So now we can get rid of this left-hand turn and they should start using it. And there's a kink here for... oh, no, that's fine. We won't need that. So, I think that means we can actually get rid of this section of track as well. Yeah. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Ooh, the new junctions come into shape. Yeah. Is it worth just staying down after the tunnel? Yes. Well, yes and no. I haven't got round to that bit yet. Okay, so we've got 2 tunnels here. We stay down there. We're coming across here. I don't think we need this tunnel anymore now, so it's going to get taken out. Infernal Badger, good evening. I think we got your Viewer Plus sub. Yeah, I think... yeah, because this line here... let's just keep that down. There we go. The only thing with keeping that down is we need to now get a diagonal in somewhere over here. You know what? This can probably be kept down as well. I think we've got a problem, though. Just bear with me a second. I'm just checking. Yeah, that's okay. We've got a bump here, and I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Why have we've got a bump? I think the reason why we've got a bump is because this bit of track needs it. I think that's just... whoa, hang on a second. Oh, that was a... how long is that? Oh, that's length 8. I want it to be longer. Yeah, let's do it there. Okay, we're going to do it here. I think that bump's fine. It's not going to slow anything down. At least I don't think so anyway. No problem for that bump. One little bump's fine, I'm sure. Make the bump into a short tunnel. Oh, hang on. We've got a problem here. We've got a train that was trying to get somewhere, and now it's decided that it's stuck. I think I deleted something while they were doing it. Yeah. Right. Tiny tunnel. Speed bump. Yeah, I think it can be a tiny tunnel. And if chat wants it to be a tiny tunnel, I'll make it a tiny tunnel. There you go. Tiny tunnel. Tiny tunnel for the tiny trains. Well, they're not tiny, are they? Let's see. Oh, I thought when you have a problem reading my messages, it's something that I'm missing in English in my second language. Is it because of the dyslexia? The undiagnosed, but told by my university tutors, you have it, dyslexia, is a challenge. And it's something that is the reason why in a recent YouTube short, the A and the I was the wrong way round in AI. I didn't notice. Somebody commented on it. I made a joke. They weren't laughing at me. They just made a joke about it being the right. And I didn't even notice it in their comment. And I was like, oh, it's AI, artificial intelligence, what they call the computer player. And they were like, no, it's a typo. And I was like, oh. And until they said it was a typo, I had no idea. So I will and do and will always continue to make mistakes, especially regarding letters and stuff. Right, I think we can now get rid of this other section. We do need to... oh, yeah. So this is gone now. We can have signals here. Ooh, nope. I didn't mean to put those signals in, but that's not a problem. And get rid of this. And I think that is the junction now rebuilt. The only problem we've got is that we haven't got these depots in anymore. Oh, a new ship that I don't want. Oh, I took too much out. It's fine. Hang on. Wait. There we go. So what I'm thinking now is that we do the same as what we did above and just move it across. Right, the new depots will go here. Now, The line isn't technically long enough to do that, but it doesn't matter because it's not really used that much. So let's get these signals in. What do you mean can't place signals here? Yes, you can. And let's get some depots in. So horrible diagonal depots. Let's see, where do they go? From here to there. Then we remove that bit and that bit. Oh, there's slightly different angles on this one. And we do a signal on the join. Signal before the depots. And you can have some other signals too if you like. Helps with the flow a little bit. So now we've moved the depots across. I think that's all good, right? We can just tidy up the land a little bit. And that's the junction moved. Okay, now it doesn't look exactly like it did before. But if anything, I think maybe it's better. Okay, Shizzle's like, diagonal depots. Yes, diagonal depots. Yeah. Dyslexia and ADHD. Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but somebody said that they think I've got it. I think we need a list. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I do struggle with text and stuff. I sometimes just don't see a thing. Right, this is, oh my goodness, very busy. But hopefully we can sort it out now. So the idea here, okay, is that we come out from this junction. And this is where the new depots will be. And the new depots will allow the trains to either turn left or go straight on to where they need to go. Over here. And the ones going around the depots, which might need a kink. But should be okay. That's for the trains that just want to go straight on. And then I think we remove this bit. And then that fixes everything. He says. So, and then of course back here we'll need to manage that change. I think this one is going to be a cut it off and then rebuild it situation. I don't think I can rebuild this while it's going. So, let's delete the bits after the signals. No, wait, hang on a second. Let's delete the lines coming in. Because that's going to clear all this section up properly for us. Yeah. It is going to clear things up quite nicely. Well, thank you very much for the likes on the stream, everybody. That is much appreciated. Trains are going to start complaining. Oh, just a little note, folks. For those of you who do watch my Max Permadeath series on Friday afternoons, it's not on Friday afternoon this week. It's on Friday to tomorrow evening. We're not doing it in the afternoon, we're doing it in the evening, okay? So, keep an eye out for that, folks. Right, here we go, look, here we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of these double depots. We're going to get rid of this diagonal here, and we're going to connect that track up there. And then this piece of track can be got rid of, and that can be connected up. We can then do this, 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 and this. Therefore, I'll explain it in a minute, but that'll do. This piece of track needs to be at least length 10, that's fine, and then we can get our depots in here. It'll be a double depot, one depot there, one depot there. We'll get rid of the track, and it's a forced depot. This can actually carry on straight. We don't need the kink, that's okay, that's not a problem. And then we want at least length 10 here before anything else happens. We'll do another one down there. Now down here, we want our trains to be able to take a choice. We want them to be able to go forward, and we want them to be able to go that way, and we also want them to go this way. All three of these need connecting up to all three of these. Now what we're going to do is remove the bits that join those three different sections down here. There we go. And we're going to get those three tracks up there individually. Now I think probably the best thing to do is just get rid of these bits on the edge of town. Put this track up like that. And then we do it like this. Okay. We've got a bit of a kink here. I don't know if we don't need that. Yeah, we do need that because of this signal. And that's kind of good, but also kind of not. We want trains to... Oh, actually, wait. Is that correct? Yeah, I think that's actually already correct. In which case, we'll let our trains come in. And we'll finish the signals. So, signals down here. Signals down there. Good. Now, we could potentially move this up a little bit, and we can actually move these signals forward. We can move that one forward by a block. We can move that one forward by a block. That helps. Get rid of all the extra ones. Now, the idea here, okay, is that a train coming from here has 3 choices. 1, 2, and 3. If it's turning right... Okay, it needs to use either 2 or 3. But it won't use 2 unless it needs to service, because that is a forced depot route. So if it needs to service, it'll go to number 2, and then it can turn right. But if it doesn't need to service, it has to use 3 to turn right. And at the moment, we can't do that because there's no connection, so I need to fix that. Now, if a train is coming down either of these 2, okay, it's the same sort of situation. But if they want to go straight on, they have to use number 1. They can go to number 2 if they want to service, but they have to use number 1. And that's because down here, we've got this special way of laying it out. Okay, so down here, this is the line for going straight on. As you can see, it can only go straight on. This is the line for turning right. As you can see, it can only turn right. And if you are coming out of the service, you can do right or straight on by coming down here or here. And it's this special arrangement that makes it all work. Okay? So yes, we're missing something down here. So we need that. There we go. Kind of want to make this a little bit neater, but the tracks coming into the station make it that difficult. I'm wondering if there's like an upgrade that I could do that would make it better. And now I'm thinking, if we swap this entrance and exit round, it might actually be better. That's an exit. No, that won't be better. These exit lines are correct. These exit lines are correct. It's just we've got the kink in the bridge. I think we're okay. Little bit of a slowdown there. I think a train broke down. Little bit busy. But this bit solves a lot of problems. It does. 2x, I also hear it x2. What? Not quite sure what you're talking about in the 2x side of things. Right, okie dokie. Is that email important? No, not right now, thank you. Right then. So yes, this potentially could be improved, but it is okay. It is okay. Quite a few trains in the station now. Yeah, there's a lot of trains on this lower line wanting to cross over. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what's slowing things down. Not all of them are. Those two didn't do it. Oh, hang on. Oh, it was just the backlog. Oh, silly me. Of course, I blocked the railway lines. Ah! I blocked the railway lines to make the junction and amendments, and then I let all the trains through. Of course there's going to be a load of trains. Of course there's going to be a load of trains. It's a pain. Oh, there we go. Signals too far apart? Nah, they're all right. Are you talking about down here? Because it doesn't matter. Not really. There we go. It's flowing fine now. Trains are having to wait every now and then, but it's okay. It does work. And this junction is just like completely clear. So this, moving the junction, doing this special thing, and connecting up to the station has solved all of the traffic flow problems around here. And I've been avoiding doing it because I didn't want to move that junction. But I have moved... Oh, there's no signals here. Definitely need signals on the depot routes. Is the signals down here? Yep, okay. Okay. Good, that's fine. The trains block each other without reason. I mean, they block each other here, right? And the reason is that these are the lines going in, and these are the lines going out. Okay? And any of these three trains coming into this junction need to be able to access both of those going out. Okay? And without completely redoing the network, this has to happen. And to be honest, I don't want to completely redo the network because I like... This is all part of the interconnected networkness. So there. Out one right blocks all. Same with 2 or 3 or left. Could have tunnel and bridge to allow 2 to go through at the same time. I think what you're forgetting is basically what I just explained. Each of the ins has to be able to go to each of the outs. Okay? How long are my years? They're an hour long each, normally. We are fast forwarding a little bit because we're a bit behind with our normal schedule. Now it's in the idea of any platform down here having access to either of the two outlines is on purpose. Okay. Now, if you want to show 2 lines going into a junction and having access... Sorry, 3 lines going into a junction and having access to both the 2 exits in this sort of area, do it. Post a picture on the Discord in the OpenTTD channel. I'll take a look. You could, there are ways you could do it. There's easy ways you could do it. Let me see if there's a bit of space. There we are. Right. Line in. Line in. Line in. Line out. Line out. And you could then just... Well, that one has to go there. But then it also has to go there. Right? But you don't want to cross the streams. But those two can connect. So you want this one to be able to go over. Like that. So you bridge it over. And then you connect that there. And you connect that there. That stops that one crossing over there. And it gives it access to both. That one's got access to both. This one hasn't got access to both. Okay? But you could give it access to both by maybe doing a bridge here like this. And then doing a split that goes like that. Okay? Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh, it's because I'm pressing the wrong button. Why is like auto tool being weird? I don't know. Anyway, you could do something like that. That's just something quick off the top of my head, right? I didn't realise it needed access to all of them. Yes. All 3 tracks going into that junction need access to the 2 different ways going out. And the middle one if it wants to service. So you could do this. Okay. That would provide better flow. Should be implemented. Oh. Right. You know what, chat? This is chat's fault. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Now, what you got to remember, in what I just showed you, there's no lines coming in that we've got to get around. And let's see how much of the city we can get to straighten that out. So we can do that. Or we can move this line across one. Now, there's a petrol station here, so we're not going to... Oh! We're allowed to get rid of the petrol station, apparently. Oh, they built something. Oh, now they refuse to allow me to get rid of the one thing that's in the way. Right, let's bribe the local authority and see what they say about this. Okay. So in theory, I could straighten the 2 lines coming in. That would make it a lot more possible to build what chat's requesting. Okay. Chat is innocent. Chat is not innocent. I tell you that now. Yeah, when in doubt, plant trees. Yeah, the problem is, trees only work within a certain vicinity, and the town is probably bigger than that. So I think trees are gone. Yeah. Trees are out of the question, I think. Right. I think it's the time of night where I'm going to partake in a haha nom 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 nom. It's quite soon, but I'll do that. I'll do that in a break in the middle of the live stream. I won't make you watch me eat that. So yes, there we go. That's what we're going to do. Because the town will let me, I'm going to cut the line off there. We're going to redirect these trains down here. Then, as they come out the tunnel, we're going to redirect these trains down there. They're going to be our new in-lines. And because the town is a big pain in the bum, I'm going to purchase all the land. There we go. Let's see how much I can fix this. Bearing in mind everything's all wonky, so we'll see. Be nice, chat. No, chat, not necessarily nice. Okay. So let's first get rid of that kink. And we'll get rid of this bit and that bit as well. Now, how far up here can we go? We're allowed to go, so to leave a length 10 in front of that signal. So we can go up to, that's where our junction needs to kind of be done by. It's a very short space, and I think that's 10 there, right? Oh, that's 11. Okay, so that can go back 1. So there's our signal for that one. There's our signal for that one. And then these 2 inlines are a bit wonky. Let's get rid of that. So this isn't my normal design, because I've got 2 lines going in. And we've got to split them. I suppose I could do this, right? And as long as I remove these 2 signals, like that, then this line here, that's highlighted at the moment, will have access to this 2 sets of platforms over there. And this line here will have access to all 3. And I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. So then we don't need that. And then somehow we've got to get this outline over there. I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't know how we're going to do that at all. Oh, hang on a second. Can we bridge over the entrance of a tunnel? Well, we kind of can. But it's not going to work, is it? Oh, right, okay. The depots can't be further away than 16 tiles from the signal to right. That's correct. So you're only allowed... Oh, that's a good point. We've got to have the depots within 16 tiles. Bridge plus tunnel. I'm thinking bridge plus tunnel, yeah. I am currently thinking bridge plus tunnel. Having 2 lines coming in here make it just that extra bit difficult. So if I do a tunnel here, right, and it comes down here, and we remove that, oop, no, I didn't mean to go down that far. We have our tunnel coming out like here. Then we can bridge over like that. Yeah. We need how long am I willing for this bridge to be? Yeah, I'm willing for the bridge to be length 6. And then we can put a kink here for the exit. It's a bit difficult to see. But that means now we have... Oh, no, there's no signal there. Well, I can actually bring that out one further. So I can do tunnel to here. What do you mean already flat? Oh, yeah, it's already flat. What? What do you mean? That actually makes the bridge shorter too. And then we can have a signal there. That's good. That's better. You did not know you could do that. Yeah, if you have the land that goes down to allow the tunnel, and then the bridge going up rather than a bridge being level, you can kind of do that. The game's at the minute going, no! So, what I've done over here will work for the inn. The only downside with my current design for the inn is the second inn line doesn't have access to the first 2 platforms. I'm fine with that. We now have 3 tracks, needs to go into 3 tracks. And we can actually push this back a little bit. It can go to here. Okay? And we want it to be as close as possible. Yeah, it just takes a little more tiles. So I already did this once without really thinking about it. But they're wonky to each other, which doesn't help. Or does it? I don't know. Let's see. I kind of want to keep this quite neat. Well, first things first, right? Probably the easiest is to do that for the inside line. So the inside line has access to there. Oh, hang on. Ah, yeah. And then the inside line has access to the middle. It also needs access to the top. Okay, so if I do this, that's the bottom line having access to all of it. Oh, actually, no, wait. There we go. The bottom line... There we go. The bottom line has access to all of them. Don't know where to find your Discord. Yeah, there's a link both on my channel homepage, on my link tree. There's a link on the top and bottom of my website, so check it out. Actually, while I'm in the middle of doing this junction and my brain's having a bit of a brain freeze, let's just quickly bring everybody up to date with things that are going on. Because not all of you watching now were here at the beginning of the stream. So my last video was a Roller Coaster Tycoon video. So if you like OpenTTD, you might also like that video. It's a game made by the same person who made the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe. So you might want to check that out. That was my last video. But my next video on Saturday is me versus the Hog AI. It's probably going to be my biggest video to date. I'm really excited about it. I put a lot of time and effort into it. And hopefully... you're gonna absolutely love it. We've got a monthly giveaway going on. I can't remember what it is, but go to portal.masterhellish.net to check that out. There's no community gaming night on Monday. We're skipping a week or two, but there is the 2025 Triple Open TTD charity stream scheduled now. Okay, we're supporting the Cancer Research Fund. It's going to be on the 14th of June. 14th of June. Put that in your calendars, diaries. Make a note of it on a post-it note. Stick it to your forehead. Whatever you need to do. Triple OpenTTD, 3 games of OpenTTD, 1 massive live stream for charity. And after this live stream, we'll be doing a stress test on my beta server. You need OpenTTD Beta 2, so OpenTTD version 15 Beta 2. You can do that via the website, or you can do it via Steam. Get ready, because after this live stream, we're going to do that. And I think that is all the announcements. If you're watching any videos or streams and you see something funny or interesting, please do clip it. It helps me out a lot. Remember to like, share. Oh, and new evil fish tea, if you didn't see earlier on. So that is something on the store if you want to check it out. It's the tstore.masterhellish.net, or you can go via the other links. If a moderator could actually just drop the link in again, I've lost it. tstore.masterhellish.net. Right then, you got a proposal for the exit for the station. What channel should you put it in? Put it in the OpenTTD channel. Yeah, pop it in the OpenTTD channel. I'm just going to have a quick look in that channel. Okay, so there's a few people talking about different things, how to access the betas. There we go. Right, well, let's get back to the game. So at the minute, we have blocked the trains back here still. It's going to be an absolute nightmare for them. The bottom line has connections to everything now. Now, the top line can easily have a connection coming back to here. Oh, hang on. We need that signal. Let's put that back. Okay. So there we go. That one's fine. And it can also have a connection here to that one. Right. I'm leaving a bit of space on purpose. Now, it needs a connection to this one. So let's put a bridge in here. Let it go forward. And then this can merge at some point. It doesn't matter when. So we may as well give it a length of 10. And we'll put it in there like that. Okay. So now that's the top and the bottom connected to all of them. Now, the problem is this middle one needs access to all of them. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. First of all, to give it access to the bottom one, we can put a bridge in here. And we can put a bit of a stuff going on down there. And that's fine, right? So it's got access to that. And it doesn't even have to do it like that, but never mind. Then it wants access to the top one. We can do that by elongating this bridge and allowing room for a diagonal going up here to connect it. Now, yeah, this is getting a little bit more complicated in my mind. It has access to both the bottom one. Now it needs access to the middle one, which is near impossible with the current setup. So, to help with that situation, we're going to bring this one over here and remove that. There we go. New viewer plus subscriber. Fantastic. Eb says not as complicated as my girlfriend though. People are complicated, aren't they? We've got a brand new viewer plus subscriber. Sherlock, thank you very much for being a viewer plus subscriber, joining the viewer plus club. We are now back up to, I think, 94 viewer plus subscribers. Yep, viewer plus is a subscription program where you support me and my Hellish projects directly. So thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Name a train. Okay, we're going to have to do that in a little while. I'm in the middle of this right now. But we will do it. And now, because I've moved that one over, I think that gives us space, right? This diagonal can also move over as well. Right, we can... Oh, there's a crossing here which we don't want. Let's put those bridges back for a second. I need the bridges to be able to think. So then... That... The... Where's all the out? Okay. So this out has access to all of them. Yet this one... Yeah, this one's difficult. Because these two are crossing over here and they shouldn't do. They shouldn't do. So what we'll do for now is we'll put a bridge across here. And then connect it in. Okay. Now, let's just check that each one can go... You know what, let's go back to drawing mode. We'll do a different colour for each one. So, line 1 can go forward. It can go that way, and it can go to the service line. Good. Then the next line can go, I think, forward and that way. Can't go to the service line. And then number 3 goes to the service line, goes to the service line and goes that way. Oh no, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. I think maybe I need to like wind it back and try again. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, right, okay. So those two merge there. Those two merge there and those two cross. I see what you've put on there. Yeah, there's a few extra crossings on there which I'm trying to avoid. Not being able to see the bridges doesn't really help great. I think what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of some of this back. Okay. Yeah, let's take a little bit of this back. Now we're going to start by leaving a little gap. We're going to have each one going to each one. I think I'm fine with that, right? Time to sleep. Have a great evening. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now. And then these two, they can merge in. That's fine. Right, because they've got to merge at some point. I think these two can merge in, because again, they've got to merge at some point. And then here, if we put a bridge in, this one can come over and also merge. So that works. And then I think if we make that longer... Yeah, this one's got access to pretty much nothing. Maybe we need to do that. No, because then they're sharing this bit of track and we don't want them to. How did I do it so easily up there? Yeah, no mono yet. We're getting there. We're close. It's the 13th of January, 1998. It's very... Monorail's close. Okay. Yeah, this is wonky. That's partly why I'm having the problems. Where's my cutoff? Yeah, so it has to be connected by this point. Maybe if we do the most difficult ones first, rather than the easiest. Or we do the outsides, then we do the difficult ones. Yes, okay, right. Outside, outside. Yeah? Difficult. And then... Oh, we need to make that bridge one longer. Difficult. So there's the two swaps out, okay? That's fine. Then the middle one, that could potentially just connect up there. I think they could share that line up to there because they've got to merge onto it anyway. But I think I will do that early because, oh no, I can't get a bridge in there. There's not enough room. I wanted a bridge to go across here so that the middle one could also go that way and that. Oh god, can I move this one further back? I can move it one further back. Okay, let's do that. Yes, there we go. Bigger bridge. Which means... Oh no, that diagonal can't go any further. Oh, hang on, wait. Yeah, that one can. It's just the middle one I can't move. I can't move this middle one any further back. But that's going to be even more of a nightmare. Okay, the middle one's the one that's a pain. We're doing that one. Right. By the way, chat, this is your fault. You guys wanted me to do this. I was happy to leave it how it was. Sort of. Okay. This middle track needs to go to this middle track. Let's do that. That's not too bad. But chat is innocent. Oh, Nag says I take full responsibility. There you go then. At least somebody is. So that kind of works to begin with, right? But the problem is that we need to be able to then bring in bridges, right? So these diagonals are going to have to go under some bridges, like here. Which means these diagonals gonna have to go like this. Or one further back. I know there's a 9 degrees turn there. I'm working on it. Okay. So the bottom one can go where it needs to go. Obviously, we'll do that. Or that. And then, so the middle one's fine. Illegal diagonals. Yes, I know, illegal diagonals. And then we need a bridge here so that entrance number 3 can get to the middle. Okay. And then we need a bridge or something. Oh, probably here, actually. There we go. There we go. So now, entrance number 1 can get to those two. It can't get to the top yet. Right? Yet. Feels like you need a tunnel somewhere. I know, right? But all 3 of them can get to the middle, and that's the hardest bit, because the middle we can't push in a different direction. Now, let's do the tunnel then, I think. If we can fit one in somewhere. I don't think we can fit one. No, we can't fit one. That's why we're using bridges. So we're going to do a big bridge here. That's going to connect entrance 3 to the bottom. Okay. In, and in. Oh, there we go. Right. So now, entrance 3 is connected up to all 3. And entrance 2 is connected to all 3. It's just entrance 1 that's only connected to 2 of them now. It can't go to the top, and it needs to. So somehow we need an extra bit going up. Like across here. Or something to that degree. Now, one thing that we could do is go under here. Or over here. Yeah. So if I do this, we might... I might need to make this longer. There we go. So if we make this go down, and this goes down as well, we can go across there, put a bridge back there, do the same thing here, okay, obviously that needs to be a bridge as well. And then somewhere up here we need to connect up somehow. Probably the best thing to do is actually just lower this and then bring it back again. Put a divot in. That's usually the best way of doing it, to be honest. So a signal before the merge there, a signal before the merge there. I think that's it. I think I've done it. Yeah, that's kind of a diagonal tunnel, yes. So you don't want any signals in the junction, normally. But because this junction's so long, I'm allowing signals on the merge here. Signals on the merge. I'm not going to do signals on this merge. It's too close to the entrance. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Let's get the trains running on it, see what happens. This is how you can do a diagonal tunnel, by God. And yeah, basically you don't do a diagonal tunnel, you do a diagonal trench and then put bridges over it. Doesn't always work. Now bearing in mind we're going to have a lot of trains coming through here now that have been waiting a long time. So they're going to want to break down. There's going to be quite a backlog in these depots here. Well, there's absolutely tons in there. But let's see how this goes. So, track number 1 can go to exit number 1. Or let's say entrance in numbers and exits in letters. So, entrance 1 can go to exit A, B, and C. And it can do so without crossing another line. Yeah, in a bad way. Then entrance 2 can go A, B, and C. And entrance 3 can go A, B, and C. Yeah, it's a bit wonky, and it's not perfect, but I think it works. And I don't think adding extra signals in here is a good idea. You want trains to wait for the free path. Maybe you want some signals on the exit here and on the exit there. But apart from that, I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, Naggy like... Right, okay, everybody. Give me a score out of 10 for this solution. Give me a score out of 10 for this solution in chat. What do you think? I mean, I know it's not perfect. But you know what? I think for a 3 in and 3 out, where they all need access to each other, I think it's not bad. I think it's not too bad at all. There we go. So we're up to 65 likes on the stream. Thank you very much for the likes. If you are enjoying the stream, please do throw a like on there as well. We've got somebody on Twitch that says 9, somebody else says 8, and then over on YouTube we've got 8, we've got 11, 7.5, 10, 8, 10, a train out of 10, 8, 7. There's a lot of 8s, a lot of 10s, a few 7s, no 9s really. Nobody wants to give it 9 out of 10. There's less backing up. Yes, there is less backing up. It allows trains to go through, and this section up here works quite well. A lot of them will be wanting to go to the depot now because they've been held up for so long. But there we go. It's 1998. We're going to get to Monorail. There we go. Anything is 10 out of 10 compared to the spaghetti rails. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yes, Chris Abbott said 9 out of 10 on Twitch. I'm sorry. Yes, you did. There's a lot of kind of like 7s. Hang on. Who said 5 out? Oh, 5 out of 7. You 5 out of 7. I thought you'd give me a 5. How cheeky. I'll take 5 out of 7. I will. Yes, indeed. God, it's still warm in this office. Yeah, it's flowing really quite nicely. I mean, they do have to wait for each other now and then. But this is actually really good. I'm quite happy with this. And there's a reason why different trains need to go to different pieces of track. And it helps here. Trains coming in always turning right are on this lower line. Trains that want to always go straight on are always on this outer line. 8+1 for the diagonal tunnel. Yeah, I know. Diagonal tunnel, right, for the win. Brilliant, that. Okay, folks. So, I think that is a big win. We've done a lot of fixing, a lot of cleaning up, a lot of sorting, a lot of planning. And Monorail is just around the corner. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get myself some water in my sneak bottle. And you know what? I'm not going to have lots of breaks this live stream. I'm just going to have one slightly longer one in the middle. So I will see you in 5 minutes. I'll leave you with some clips. Please do check out the store. There's links to the Evil Fish tea, or should be links, beneath the live stream. So if you're not watching in full screen, you should see it down there. But I will see you in 5 minutes. Thank you very much for being with me for now. And let's look forward to Monorail in the second half of this live stream. I'll see you in 5. Primary objective of today is family. However, I was supposed to do an hour's live stream, but we were slightly No!
Ah, damn it.
What happened?
No idea.
I wasn't even there. I wasn't even there.
Oh, I lost all my stuff.
I lost everything as well. Oh, well, my goodness.
That's a good end for the stream.
Well, there is the end of the live stream. And I crashed the car in the mid-switch. I should really switch the controller while he's getting... Oh, my goodness.
Vactrain, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, there's a lake, and I have to get across it. Oh, I've got that new ability. Where is it? There we are. We will just levitate across the lake. Got that last level, I think.
Levitate, yeah, it's pretty handy.
Oops, there we go. Oh, she's moving a little bit. That was an awesome shot. I think they know it was me, though. I think I got seen. Let's have a look at the operator. Oh my goodness, look at the operating profit there. Somebody went for the money.
I don't know how he does it. Well, I do, but...
There is no secret in it. It's just one passenger line. I'm now building out my coal network.
How on earth do you do that?
Listen, there is the station, there is the tracks, and the trains. You can see the orders. There is no witchcraft involved.
Witchcraft! He's a witch!
I shall continue to accuse you of witchcraft.
So... Oh my goodness. No! I can't die to a rat! Oh my goodness. Try the door when not trespassing. Oh my goodness, right. Oh dear. Ooh, one of the legs exploded.
Exploded.
Oh, the whole thing fell over.
Did you build the legs?
Oh no.
It's
What?
fine.
Clearance on one side.
It really isn't.
It is.
How?
We'll finish the crap. Oh my goodness, there's a problem. Oh no, all the water sloshed back. Oh, this road vehicle's gone. There's the first person cam of this road vehicle. It's underwater. Oh, the helicopter's coming as well. What's that helicopter going to try and do? Is it just taking off because the whole fire department... Oh my goodness, all the vehicles are getting flooded onto the roundabout as well. I thought we'd had enough of this. I think it'll be fine though, right? It's going to be okay. Oh my goodness, it's rolling through the city. I thought it would just wash away. Oh, it's heading towards this area as well. I mean, it's only a little bit of localised flooding, right? I mean, look, the train's fine. Allows them to go back out on the alternate line. Similar thing here. Get that signal back in there. There we go, because the trains need to return. Red Wolfers, hey, it's good to finally catch a live stream. Yes, a bit late. You're actually quite late. We've only got about. Oh yeah, now you're talking.
Why?
I could no.
This content is supported by Viewer Plus. With Viewer Plus, you're directly fueling the passion and projects of Master Hellish. Be rewarded with game server access, Viewer Plus Discord channels, double Hellish points, exclusive videos, and more. With various plans to choose from, directly fuel the furnace for more thrilling entertainment. If you enjoy Master Hellish content, consider supporting today.
As always, everybody, thank you very much for your support, both on Viewer Plus and through the other methods, including the new Evil Fish merch. I am going to jump straight back into OpenTTD. We're looking at the corner of the map because we're ploughing on, fast forwarding, because we want Monorail. Monorail will be coming out soon on our map. I don't know what month it comes out. I don't know if it comes out in January or not. But let's just go back to our junctions and see how things are going. So we moved this T-junction that's a bit wonky. There's reasons for it being wonky. Mostly to do with depots and trains going around corners and stuff. And then we've got this kind of intersection here where we've got 3 different lines that split out properly. And oh my goodness, yes, it is absolutely glorious. You can't find the Evil Fish shirt in the store. If you're looking at the Hellish store on the website, that is just the store for my merch. You need to go to the T-store, the clothing store. Go to, I don't think any, oh wait, there it is. Pause. You need to go to tstore.masterhellish.net. I think I typed that correctly. Is that not even a URL, is it? Hang on a second. Doop. Yeah, that works. So yes, I have 2 stores for 2 different reasons. And there is no way that I know for me to merge them, unfortunately. But we'll see how things go. Like, as I develop things, as I change things, as I improve everything, hopefully it will all get better. And we'll have one amazing store. Now here we go, folks. We have received a message from a vehicle manufacturer. It says, we have just designed a new monorail locomotive. Would you be interested in a year's exclusive use of this vehicle so we can see how it performs and make it universally available. Now, usually this is a bad idea because the reliability on these vehicles are always terrible. However, I want to start building with it right away. So I'm going to say yes. There we go. There we go. Monorail has gone into early access. That's right, yes. On one hand, watching the stream makes me want to play OpenTTD. On the other hand, I want to pay attention to the stream. Yeah, well, what you can do is we're doing a beta test on my stress test on my server after the live stream. So after this live stream finishes, then we're going on there for half an hour and we're going to get as many people on to do as much as they can in half an hour. Right then, so we have Monorail. We're going to find the places we're going to work with and we're going to get rid of the trains. So all trains, right, that are going to this station, we need to send them to depot. Okay, so manage list, send to depot. So that's all 16 there. You can see these trains will now be going off to the depot. Once they're all in the depots, we can delete them, upgrade the line, and then we can replace them with new trains. Now, the reliability is going to be terrible to begin with, but it will get better. A tip. Okay, let's have a look. Have a bot drop the link from time to time when you have a new product. Yes. Yes, there isn't a bot. We don't have a bot. I have right, I can show you on Cam 2. So Cam 2, there we are, Cam 2. So I don't have a bot. I have the Hellish tool system, which is kind of like my bot. But these buttons down here on my touch portal allow me to do the chat messages and pop-ups. Okay, so I need to add one of these in order to do that. Unfortunately, that takes time. And I don't have any time because it's been the Easter holidays. And this fantastic thing arrived in the Easter holidays. I have 2 children. And when it's the Easter holidays for 2 weeks, they don't go to school. So between me and my wife, we have to look after them. Anyway, yes, brilliant idea. It will be done at some point in the near-ish future. Moderators, can we put that in the chat and add to the to-do list in the chat? Maybe we can use... I think I've got a bit of an idea. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, and in addition to it being the Easter holidays and a load of other things, I've had this video that I've been crafting that's coming out on Saturday, which I hope is going to be my best video ever. Yeah. Are the mods human bots? Yes, but they can't code the website for me. Right, these trains are taking an eternity to get back to where they need to be. But I guess they might take a while. They are slow. What's the speed difference? Yeah, let's go to available vehicles and have a look. So the one we're using at the moment is 112 kilometers an hour. And the Monorail one is 305? Wow! Reliability is maximum of 62% though, so it's not good. Yeah. There we are. Eggs like beep boop beep. So yes. Can a moderator put that in the mod chat? To add a store. In fact, I have one. I just don't know if it's correct. Should we have a look? This is old. You might need to ignore this if it works. There it is. Right. So this will take you to my store, not the T store. So we need a new pop-up. There. Yeah. So we go. Yeah, so Monorail is coming. We are doing the monorails. Right, how are we doing on these vehicles? A lot of them are in the depot. And the ones that aren't in the depot yet are heading that way. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a nice pop-up, isn't it? It's too bad it's out of date. The good news is it is relatively easy for me to add new pop-ups. I made the system so that it is quite easy. So, like, I could tell you to subscribe with a button press. This one's a nice little pop-up there. There you are, look. And I can tell you where the link is to Discord. Although I think there's a spelling mistake on this one. Let's just check. Yeah, I think community is spelt wrong there. Yeah, dyslexic. So, yeah, I think that's already on my to-do list to fix. Right, how we're looking? How we're looking? We need to get all these trains in the depot. All but 2 of them are in the depot. Okay. All but 1 of them. What is this train up to? That should look like a train. You know what I was going to do? I was going to get it so it looked like this. The, oh, where is it? Hang on a second. Why is the news not popping up? Oh, this. Like this. I was going to get it to look like this, but on the live stream. Like these pop-ups. But I thought that might get too confusing with what was the game pop-up and what was my pop-up. So I'm not sure about that. Only need to name something after a viewer plus subscriber. We do. And we also need to do the name the train. That reminds me. YTMO, if you're in chat still, please shout out with what you would like your train named after. Right, I think that's all of those in their depots. Let's just check. Yep, they're all in depots. So let's now get rid of the alcohol trains. Boop. Oh, wow. Nearly all of them were in the same depot there. That makes things a lot easier. There we go. Wow, that was quick. Now we can go to Monorail and upgrade the station. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we've got to do this carefully because there's lines that it crosses, like this. And we don't want to accidentally upgrade those lines. So we need to make sure we hold control when we do the diagonal drag in. And I can't just do it across the whole map, but we can do some large sections when there's like no other lines around. This is now impossible, right? Because you can't have like partial monorail thing. At least I don't think so. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure you can't do this. Yeah. Oh, you are. Okay. Yeah. So what would you like the train to be called? Medical Brigade? Is that what you want the train to be called? So I'm going to do this. I have to move this line over. So that then we can do the upgrade. There we go. Carefully. And we can't miss a single bit, otherwise all the trains will just get stuck. So this is a very careful operation to perform here. And this is why I don't normally do this, especially on big interconnected networks. This is why I don't normally upgrade just some of the network. It's like either all of it or none of it. There we go. Just following the flow here. It shouldn't be that bad. There's some parts of it that are just not too bad. Like here again, we've got the same problem. We're going to have to bring this line over here. Because it's not allowed to touch that other one. But that's okay. Right. Yes, you'd like to be called Medical Brigade. Okay, let's find the next train in the list that's not been named. So we've got Frank the Tank, not Thomas. We've got Slippery Joe, Night Owl Coffee, Phileas Fogg, And now we've got train number 6, which we're going to be naming Medical Brigade. There we are. Your name of the train is in the game. And we're going to be naming something after a viewer plus subscriber before the end of the live stream. There we go. We have to be careful. We want to make sure that we get the tunnels, but not the rest. My goodness. I think I need to zoom in for that bit. There we go. Now, the question I've got for chat now is, what are we going to name after a viewer plus subscriber? Oh, look, this bit can't be that close. Again, causing problems. Luckily, though, we can just move it over. Oh, there's a bit of road in the way. There we go. Just fix that up. Nice. There we go. What do you mean? I'm not quite sure what that was on about. But I fixed it now. So it's okay. Right, I've got to be very careful under this bridge to make sure that we don't actually convert the bridge. Good. Okay, that's going okay. I missed a diagonal tile, did I? Oh, no, hang on. I missed updating a depot? Oh, no. Really? Oh, wait. I think that's the diagonal tile that I missed. I just noticed it. I think all the depots that are on the correct line have been upgraded correctly so far. Okay, so I think we're good. What we're not good with is these two lines being next to each other on a diagonal. I should have... Thing is that I didn't think about this when I was building the line, because I didn't think that I'd just be updating some of it to Monorail. Because it's not what I normally do. If you're going to do an upgrade, I do the entire network. I send every single train to depot. I delete every single train. There we go. And then I update the entire network. It's right, the two lines next to each other before Death Junction. So somewhere along here, right? It's still there? I'm not seeing a missing one. Oh, there. Right, hang on a second. I'm confused about what you're saying. Oh, was it? It was in here, wasn't it? Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We've got it. We've got it. I mean, we've got, like, 300 eyes. More than 300 eyes looking at this now. Surely, between the 300... I mean, how many's on Twitch? 14 people watching on Twitch. I mean, you can watch on Twitch if you want. But I do stream at a higher bitrate on YouTube. And at a higher resolution. A higher bitrate and a higher resolution. It's all better on the tubes, to be honest. But if you want to watch on Twitch, you can watch on Twitch. That's why I stream to both, to give people choice. I did try and do it so that I stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Steam. And I can stream to Steam, but for some reason, if I do, it then lags out the other ones. And I don't know why. There we go. Why aren't we doing the entire network? It's just too much, and then we've got to convert to maglev. So we're just doing some of them, and then we'll convert the whole thing to maglev. Steam, yes. I can, and sometimes do stream to Steam. If you go to my website, at the bottom of my website, I think there might still be a link to my Steam stream page. Or maybe I moved it off there because I don't do it very often. No. If you go to the bottom of the website, go Stream in Places, Steam, you click that. That's my Steam stream page. It says the broadcast is offline. Because, for some reason, it wasn't working. Right, new vehicle. The electric thing. We need alcohol. Oil tanker refitting. We're going to want to be length 10. There we go. Full load here, go down the line. And absolutely fly down to here. Now, the question is, who thinks I've done all this without a single problem? You didn't know Steam could support streaming? Yeah, it can do. I looked into it after I streamed to the Railroute homepage a couple of times. They actually wanted me to do it again, but the timings wouldn't line up because they released multiplayer. Yeah, a 300-kilometer-hour booze train. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not able to get this working streaming to Steam at the same time as Twitch and YouTube. I have the bandwidth, I have enough processing power. Like, my CPU is currently at 58%. Right? I've got headroom to be able to do Steam as well. I've got bandwidth to be able to do Steam as well. But for some reason, if I try and do Steam as well, all the streams just start lagging. And if anybody's got any ideas, please do let me know. Now, whilst this train is hurtling down this line, it is going down it and carrying over 500,000 litres of alcohol. It's doing it at nearly 300 kilometres an hour. It's gaining in speed. How much money do we think this is going to be? How much money do we think we're going to get when this train drops off over 500,000 litres of oil? Right? In thousands, yes. So we've got 800k. Look at it overtake the other train. Oh, that was fantastic. Just to see the monorail just zoom past the other one. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, it broke down. It's bound to break down. The reliability is terrible. 225, 500. Brandon says 100k. You know what, Brandon? I'm a bit closer to your guess. Vadchuk, I think I'm almost spot on with yours. DG Eggs saying the same. Yeah, Weejobia's saying 125 as well. I feel it's going to be somewhere in the range of 100 to 150k. That's where I'm thinking. Yeah. Could it be something with how the router or ISP work, maybe? I don't think so, because, like, I'm streaming to YouTube, it's fine. I'm streaming to Twitch, it's fine. I then do exactly the same thing to Steam, and I get encoding lag. Like, it's not network or anything going out. My computer encoding grinds and stutters. So I'm not quite sure what that is. Yeah. Remember to name your train? What? Since it got converted to monorail? We'll have a... Oh, we'll put your... Oh, no. I can't remember what the name was. We'll have to put it back. We'll have to put that one back on there for you, yeah. Your monorail route lacks signals for a long patch. Oh, yeah, it's probably where I put the diagonal in. Yeah, okay, we'll check that in a minute. Wow, 547. That was a lot more. Whoa, who said 500 and something? So... Ramnes 303 said 550. You're only 3k over. There might be somebody that's close. Yeah. That's a lot faster. Yeah. Ramnes, yeah, very good. Very good on that one. There are already depots on this line. There's not a lot of them. But as the reliability increases, we should be okay. Yeah, this diagonal... I did miss the signals on that new diagonal. Any diagonals that are new diagonals, like this one, I could have missed that. I didn't. And I think we had a new diagonal over here. No, wait, here? No, we didn't. No, looks all right. You see 0 depots? Okay, well, you're not looking properly, Brandon. Look, there's depots at this station. There are depots here. So that's 2 lots of depots. There are depots here. 3 lots of depots. There are depots here. 4 lots of depots. Then this section hasn't really got any depots. This section hasn't really got any depots. And this section has... Right, okay. So the second half is missing depots. Let's put some depots in here, shall we? Definitely a good thing to do is add some depots where needed. Right. Let's see. Length 10 to here. Yeah. There we go. Get the depots in. Take out the through track and the forbidden piece of track. There we go. Now that's one of the features of version 15 that we're going to be that we're going to be testing soon on my server, is that it won't add that extra bit of track between 2 diagonal depots there. Right, so signal going in, signal going in. Okay, there we go. Some extra ones on there. Fast forward is on. That's okay. We'll be all right. Yeah. It wasn't closer to 80. Wasn't it closer to 80k before? I think it was close to 80k before. Yeah. Are you using NVENC for your encoding? You mentioned the encoder was a bottleneck and tray. Right, so I won't go into full details because it's a lot of it has been checked and double checked and tested and stuff before. I'm not using NVENC because I don't have an NVIDIA GPU. If you want to know my equipment, you can go to my website, masterhellish.net. On the About page is my PC spec and all of that sort of thing. So you can have a look at that, and you can have a look at what my CPU and GPU are. It's an AMD setup. So I'm not using NVENC for my encoding. The encoding is different for the streams. Okay, so the encoding for... Let me get this right. The encoder settings... Let me just double check. Yeah. So the video encoder for YouTube is the X264. And the video encoder for Twitch is also the X264. And the encoder for Steam is also the X264. Right? So, I don't know. We can start a thread on the Discord if people want to talk about it more. Monorail carriages might hold more alcohol. That is true. I think they do. I don't think there was carrying that much capacity last time. So we've got some depots there. I don't really want to do diagonal depots, so I'll avoid that at all costs. But I don't see... I mean, we could do some here. Yeah, as long as we make sure it misses this. So we can just move the track. Do the double depot here, I think. Oh, no. No, that's not going to work. Okay, that can be the depot line then. That can be the main line. I think there's enough room. I mean, we're not using hills. I could use hills. Nope, that's the wrong bit. There we go. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, the reliability is terrible, but there's not much we can do about that. So I think what we'll do is we'll put the depot in here. There we go, there's one of them. So then if we move the other main line to here... We can't quite get a double depot in, but I've got an idea. I've got a cunning plan, right? I think. So if we leave those signals as they are, then we're going to put... You know what? We'll do humpy depots. Is it 4 or 6? I think it's 6, right? Oh well. We're about to find out. So this is a tunnel. Like this. That means this one... Ooh, okay. Yeah, hang on a second. I just need to get rid of all of that. Oh, gold. I'm getting myself confused because I've swapped the way that I'm doing it. Right, there we go. Right. Don't want to swap things around in the middle of doing it. That's what definitely confuses me. Let's just do this. We don't need that line. Good. Make sure I fill that hole in. Good. And then this one should not be connected there. It should be connected here. And I think the same thing up there. Yeah, it should be connected there and not here. There we go. Right. Haha. Then we delete this. Put the tunnels in. And we can do our depots. Yeah, we are. More compact design. Oh, I just realised this won't work. This won't work because they're more than 16 away from the main line. And they're only allowed to be 16, so we have to go like this. It's neat, but the trains will never see the depots. There we go. They have to be given the option to see the depot off the line within 16. There we go. There we go. Isn't that much better? And Brandon's just glad I'm using Monorail. Yeah, you could do waypoints with conditional jump orders. Don't need to. Just do it like this. Everything's fine. No need for waypoints. No need for conditional orders. Yeah. Great success. This is what I wanted to do, but I didn't do it humpy. I was doing the non-humpy version, and there wasn't enough room for the non-humpy version. Then I tried to change to the humpy version in the middle of doing the non-humpy version, and before you know it, I was confused. But now it's fine. So it's fine. There we go. Yeah, tunnel's going to go under the depot. This is exactly how this is what I was trying to do. Yeah. So, yeah, we've got a couple more depots now. We've got depots up there, we've got depots down there. There's a bit of a gap, and then there's depots over here. So there's quite a few. So there we are. Right, what time are we at now? Okie dokie. I think that might be a good point to not do any more of the monorail upgrades just yet. We've fixed a whole load of things. Done some really good work, especially around here. Look at the flow of this. This is absolutely fantastic now, this whole section. Yeah. And we have got monorail. We've converted a line to monorail. You can definitely see the income. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. But once this stream finishes, remember, we're doing that stress test. So get the beta version of OpenTTD. Version 15, beta 2. We will have to name 2 things after Viewer Plus next time, Fran the Man. I don't think we've got time for that, so we'll do 2 things next time. And come along to the beta test. We're going to play OpenTTD on my beta server for about half an hour, and we'll see if we can break it. So you can join that by just looking for the test server. It'll be Master Hellish Test, and the password will be test. Or come onto the Discord. That server will be up somewhere in the next 10 minutes or so. But before we actually go, let's check how much money these are now making. Okay. Oh, look at that. 6 million last period. That, I think, if I remember correctly, that was like 600,000, right? In which case, That's a tenfold increase. Yeah. Should rename the towns the monorail. One of the towns the monorail goes to by to be Springfield and Shelbyville. Maybe. Yeah, it is a 10x, isn't it? Oh, imagine what's going to the proper operating profit's going to. I mean, it's not going to do much to the operating profit. The reason being is that one line doing 10x is quite a small amount compared to all the other stuff added together. Okay, there's just so much network. Okay, 12 trains compared to the 522 we've got in total is not a lot. Okay, so I think what we'll do, now we've fixed things, got monorail and upgraded one of the lines, is we'll have a monorail part 2 next time, which I think is going to be a fantastic thing to do. Now remember, if you are interested in the evil fish, then you can check out my store, tstore.masterhellish.net, and we're going to be going and doing that beta test, stress test now. So come along to the server, Master Hellish test. The password will be test. You need version 15 beta 2, or you will not be able to come and join us for a bit of fun. I'll be in room 1 on the Discord if anybody wants to chat while we're doing it. That's going to be great fun. And Saturday's video. Saturday's video is going to possibly be my best OpenTTD video ever. Potentially. I want you to all go and watch it and let me know in the comments on that video. But for now, that's going to be all from me. I will see you tomorrow night on the Max Permadeath channel if you want to come and see me do some RimWorld on that channel. But for now, if you're celebrating, happy Easter to you. And to everybody, good night. Take care. Ta-ra.